Hi guys, just before we kick into the video, there are two things that I'd like to say. The first thing, this video is about the British Rowing Inside Indoor website. I should probably get that right, given I'm doing a video about it. And I recorded this about a month ago. We're putting it up now because before I actually set it out there, I wanted to actually make sure that I'd spoken to the guys at Inside Indoor. I'm fairly critical about some parts of the website, and because I'm trying to be honest, I'm also trying to be very enthusiastic about the website. So the TLDR to this video is, I think you should sign up to the website if you're an indoor rower. I think you should support the website. The website, more people are being hired to work on the website. It is going to go from strength to strength. And if we essentially improve the funding of the website as that is happening, we're going to have a better product and a better resource that can act as a central hub to a lot of the things that we do. So yeah, that is my little disclaimer on this, that I've spoken to Inside Indoor and British Rowing about my criticisms before I've released it out there. So I don't want you to think I'm being an arse about this. The next thing is partly a thank you and partly a little request from you all. So we have, myself and Aaron, we have set up a Buy Me a Coffee website where if you are enjoying the content that we create and you are enjoying us continuing to create that content, you can help support the podcast, which, unlike many things on the internet, is not entirely free to broadcast and to send out. Should you want to do this, the link can be found in the description, both of this video and in our bio on Twitter and Instagram, on our link tree on those sites. Because we don't just want to, and this is important, we don't just want to essentially ask you for money for doing the podcast, we are also trying to provide slightly more value in what we do. And one of the ways we're doing that is we're taking some of the training programs that we've used in the past, we've spruced them up, we've explained them a bit, and we've put them onto the Buy Me a Coffee website under the extras bit, which is a little shop where you can buy digital downloads. And should you choose to, if that's the way that you want to support the pod, you can support us by buying a training program. We're not promising it is the greatest training program that has ever existed and will automatically turn you into Josh Dunkley Smith. We're saying it's an organized, useful training program that will cover about 12 to 13 weeks of your time and get you in better shape for the event described than you were before you started. So thank you very much. Especially thank you to the people who have actually already used the Buy Me a Coffee website to support the pod. We actually, this is the first month, we're at the end of August, this is the first month where we fundamentally haven't had to pay anything out to run the podcast in its close to 3-year history now. And so I'm actually enormously chuffed. So again, everyone who's contributed towards the website, both from the indoor community and from the water rowing community, thank you very much. We hugely appreciate this. We see it as a huge vote of thanks, and we are going to keep making more pods, and we are going to try and make as much informative and helpful content for your rowing career as we can. Thank you again. Please enjoy the rest of the video. Bye. Welcome back to Broken Oars Indoors, and today I'm going to continue with one of my reviews, or the series of reviews I've done on various resources that are available on the internet, whether they're free or paid for improving your training on the indoor rower and by extension, improving your speed in the boat. Now, today, it's kind of a big one, and I've really been struggling to try and get this right, so I'm just going to go for it, essentially. We are looking at the Inside Indoor website, which is this one here. There we go, Inside Indoor. Now, this has been set up without very much fanfare by British Rowing. It was set up, I think, about 6 months ago. And it's very much a multimedia offering. And there's, as you can see straight here, we've got master pull-ups with Vicky Thornley. So you've got written articles. You have a lot of different videos. You've got training plans. You've got a huge number of different things that are there to bring people into indoor rowing and to help them train and help them get fitter when they're actually doing the sport itself. Now, what I want to do is go through and say what's good about this website, what needs updating about this website, what isn't so good about this website. And in order to do that, we're going to just go through this bar on the top of the different sections in here. Now, what we've done, we've landed on the members dashboard up there, and this is Inside Members. Possibly that could be phrased better. I'm just going to scroll down from here. Now, it starts out really well. First of all, it's not a bad looking website. It's not a brilliant looking website, but we're just going to log in. You are already logged in. Okay. And we're going to look at what we've got here. So it starts off with, it's Vicky Thornley, 3-time Olympian, Olympic silver medalist, one of the best rowing athletes that this country has ever produced. We've got Cam Buchan producing a post-recovery workout. We've got a core repeat workout. If I click on this, you will see that this is a subscribers only video, and there are a lot of those. So straight up, there's a lot of good things here. So the benefit of having a race strategy and a good start by Cam Buchan. And, the man has got a pretty powerful start. He tells you how to do it, and then you do it. Useful videos by people who essentially know what they're talking about. Now you can come down here, you find a few more things. It's all very relevant to indoor rowing apps and technology. Worth clicking on this, even though it's free. And we'll just come to that in a second. This is so necessary. The stuff that they're doing here is just immensely necessary. All these different things. We've got, the Erg Data app. That's the one I use. It's the one loads of people use. It's really straightforward. You probably know about it. You may even know, if you follow us, about EXA. Okay, this is the virtual rowing experience where you get to row up and down simulacra of Henley and Boston and Lake Bled. And hopefully they're going to be producing a few more maps because there are only 4 maps. I'm starting to get a little bit bored. But you probably know about these things. But do you know about Erg Dude? Honestly, there we go. It's a little game that you can play on your phone. So let's just close that one down. Do you know about the Coswet app? It's another rowing simulator. It's second to the market. It's not as famous, but it's pretty good. A Sensei, really, really good rowing coaching app. I'm not sure they should be producing it here, but again, what I'm trying to say is somebody has taken the time to go out there and do many, many extensive, and there's just things here that I don't recognize. The Ludlam one, I know they've tried it. Crew, what is Crew? There you go. All these online packages that you can try out. You can have a look at all of these things, decide what you want to do. There are a few missing here, but there are also loads that you can try. Water Connect, Zoomogos, the real-time loop. It's really, really extensive. And this is kind of the best thing about this website. I'm just going to go back. Here we go. So let's work through this. Let's go to the how-to. First thing to try out, if you're new, this is essential. Master technique. We click straight in. Do we? There we go. We click straight in, and we've got a Go Row indoor technique video with Alex Gregory, apparently a very good-looking man who, more than apparently due to his 2 Olympic gold medals, knows how to row. So we're going to click this one down, take the sound off so I can talk. As you can see, it's pretty well-produced video, slightly sketchy lighting there, but perfectly good here. And he's going to go through it, and he's going to show you how to set up your feet. He's going to show you how to set up the drag factor, how to adjust the monitor at eye level. Look, there we go. Precisely what you need. Everything, knees over ankles, strap on the balls of your feet, 1 o'clock, monitor at eye level. That's Claire Holman looking very serious. Damper set to 4 or below. Not always true, but it's a great video. You've got some video, some photographs down here that tell you how things are going. There's the recovery and more posture and sequencing, timing, mix it up, getting set up, resistance setting low. I'm not sure if I agree with that for beginners, but all of this information, it's all in one place. It's really useful. The how-to section is brilliant. Machine setup, again, shows you how to adjust the footrest, where it should be. Shows you where to put the monitor. Again, shows you how to adjust the resistance on several types of machine. Really, really useful for anyone starting out. Most of you guys, if you're listening to this, probably already know this. But it's essential that this kind of website has this kind of stuff here. And this is all for free. Now, next one, which machine is right for you? Again, they've done their research. They've really worked hard on this. They've got a selection of, I think it's 19, 20 different rowers. Now, they haven't tested each of these individually. I imagine most people watching know what a Concept 2 row erg is like. Some of you will know what the water rower is like. I don't rate them that highly. The Concept 2 row erg, obviously, they're what I would recommend. You come down here, you've got the skill row. I'd recommend it if you have more money than sense. It's a great machine, but it costs a fortune. If you are serious about winning Henley, buy an RP3 rowing machine, otherwise known as a Row Perfect, or possibly buy an Ortec, except I don't think they're available in the UK, but these are great. But again, somebody's done their research. They've gone through, and this initial part of the website, the first few links that you click on, is incredibly useful. Now, let's have a look at British Rowing Training Plans. Before that, I want to click through onto this thing here. And again, this is what is so good about this website. This is the stuff you actually, I don't think I've seen all in one place, all gathered together anywhere else. So, where can I indoor row? Well, anywhere at the gym is the obvious answer. But that's not entirely true. Because what the guys at Inside Indoor, guys and girls probably, have put together is places where you can do indoor rowing classes. And they've got about 20 of them here. And where you click to go to these classes and actually book online. And this was the whole Go Row Indoor initiative. It's the idea that rowing clubs had indoor rowers, they had people who could tell you how to use an indoor rower, and they had a community of people surrounding that rowing club who might want to go and use those rowing machines, which were sitting idle most of the week. So again, this is brilliant. I've never seen all of this put together. Now, these are all different places. You've got Row Gloucester at Gloucester Rowing Club, Putney Town Rowing Club, all of these things, places where you can go and row in company on a rowing machine. I would recommend it. If you live near any of these places and you're an indoor rower, go and join one of these things. But here's the next thing. We've got events. I don't think you can click on that. There is an events page. Less good. We'll come to it. Indoor rowing community. This is very different. Let's click on this. The online indoor rowing community. They have managed to put the website of just about every indoor rowing team that I know about and I've raced against. It's all based around the Concept 2 Cross Team Challenge, which isn't sponsored by Concept 2, bizarrely enough. There are, I think, a few things missing from here. They don't have the Diamonds, which is one of the biggest indoor rowing teams. That might be because this list is slightly out of date. They've got Mad Team. Mad Team is an invitation-only club. It's kind of like the Leander of indoor rowing, only slightly more snobby. In a good way, I think. Q-Power, great website. Go there. All of these, Sub 7 Indoor Rowing Club. That's my indoor rowing club. That's the rowing club when I'm rowing on a rowing machine and competing. That's the flag I fly. Welsh Sea Rowing, Indoor Rowing. All of these things. It's so important. And then and then the list keeps going. I don't know quite why they've changed this. I think these are all the Facebook groups. So Exeter Community, that's really recent. Dark Horse Rowing, Indoor Rowing Community. It's brilliant that they've actually spent the time putting all this information in one place. And that's why I think this is worth £1 a month of your money. Now, I'm biased because I'm actually spending more than £1 a month. I'm spending £6 a month because I was an early adopter and they've been dropping the price somewhat. So I'm kind of signed up for £6 a month and I'm going to try and change that. But at the moment, the offer is £1 a month for the first 6 months to get hold of all this information in one place. And I don't think you can get it anywhere else. So let's just click back. This is the best thing about this website. Just clicking through on the links and just getting lost in information that's been collected together and has not been put anywhere else. So let's get to the meat of this. Training plans. Well, let's just click through these. No, training plans, here we go. So these British Rowing training plans, I don't rate them that highly. They're a completely free resource and beginner, intermediate and advanced. None of them are more than 3 sessions a week. They go for a maximum of 8 weeks. There is progression. There are some stern and difficult workouts, but I don't see them as part of indoor rowing training if you're serious about going faster. If you just want to use the rowing machine to get fitter, they're pretty good. We've also got an adaptive training plan, but I think there are better options than these, but they're not terrible. Again, they're a PDF. Let's just click on it. Here we go, PDF. You have monthly goals, weeks 1 to 4, session 1, session 2, session 3 is always the same. So essentially it's giving you 2 sessions a week on the indoor rower. Week 1, pretty easy. Week 7, pretty damn firm, frankly. I'm not really going to recommend them, but they're not bad for a beginner. What we then move on to are the paid for plans. These are the things that you'll pay £1 a month for. So we've got Cam Buchan's 5km plan, Vicky Thornley's basic strength training plan. These are pretty big names who, if you're getting them to program you a training plan individually, you pay a hell of a lot more than £1 a month. We've also got Cam Buchan's 2km plan. And then we've got let me get this right. We've got the Fitness Fanatics, which is, again, it's very much an entry level of 3 sessions a week, only 2 of which involve the indoor rowing. You've got the Sprint plan. I've had a look through it. I'm not entirely sure how well I rate it. It's for a 100-meter race. You could probably uprate it to a 500-meter sprint, but not a lot of people are training for the 100-meter sprint. And I would tend to ignore it. You've got fitter, you've got faster, you've got stronger, and endurance, or essentially longer. I think these kind of grow up. They are beginner training programs. I think they're aimed much more, rather than a serious indoor rower, someone who wants to become good at indoor rowing or race an indoor rowing machine, or who is a rower and wants to design their own training plan or have a online indoor training plan for their own rowing fitness. These are much more aimed, I think, at established gym goers. And it's trying to get them, here's a training plan that will move you away from the treadmill, the exercise bike, the elliptical, onto the rowing machine, to use the rowing machine for your cardio workout. And essentially what it does, fitter, I'm going to have a look at this to start the plan. It's got, I don't like the way this is laid out. You have to click on each one of these. It's so people don't just select, Control C, download it, pay £1, download everything. So essentially what you have to do is, before you start, consult doctor, never mind. You have to click through to each page which has got the workout of the day on it. It makes it difficult to review because I have to go through each one of these pages individually. What you can see is a warm-up. This is a fairly simple, I'd say, a fairly simple conditioning circuit, and you've got 3 exercises that you're going to do hard. You're finding your base load, and then you've got a trunk circuit. Pretty good. Let's skip back here. Week 1 cardio 2, and you're going to row 6 times 1 minute. You're going to rest for 1 minute and rate of perceived exertion 8 to 10. Now, they do a lot of this rate of perceived exertion as a way of dictating your pace. So obviously this is a 1 minute sprint. Obviously rate of perceived exertion is going to be 8 to 10. There's a real problem. They don't actually explain what rate of perceived exertion is. Not all gym goers know what RPE means or how to judge it. This is where this website starts to fall down a little bit. So in general, you've got a perfectly functional training plan here. You've got a little bit of guidance, nutrition for fitness. Oh, there we go. Hattie Bates. Okay, again, great articles. This real ability to go down a rabbit hole and find different things. So nutrition for speed, nutrition for strength training, nutrition for fitness. Recovery, refuel, rebuild, and rehydrate. I'm sure rehydrate is first, but never mind. Brick, race day nutrition, so an online, these are actually really good things. The latest, the biggest topic, the hottest topic out there, relative energy deficiency in sport, REDS. And all this stuff is being written about, load more. Has she got more? Oh, yeah, there we go. Tapering and nutrition performance myths, simple ways to fuel an early morning session, winter nutrition steps, veganuary. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Veganism, not a balanced diet. Moving on. All these things, incredibly useful. You just have to click through. It's not the training plans that are so good in this. What is good is all these little bits of information. I wish the training plans were great, but they're not. They're passable. However, if we look at Cam Buchan's 2KM plan, again, it's laid out in the same way where you have to click through everything. If you want to short circuit that, you can hit print. You can save it as a PDF. I've got it here, Cam Buchan's 2KM plan, training plan overview. And you can click through. Yeah, okay, right. I've done that one wrong because I've got to open this in Chrome. So there we go. It's telling you first session of the plan, 30 minutes, 18 to 20. Heart rate 60 to 75. Again, this isn't explained very well. If you look at other websites out there, this is kind of trying to operate in the same space as, the concept2.co.uk website explains a little bit about heart rate training. The old concept2uk.com website explained it gave you chapter and verse on heart rate physiology. It was brilliant. It also explained what RPE is. This doesn't. Now, if we actually look at the training program, you're going to have 2 sessions of UT2 a week, 2 sessions of hard, either middle distance or sprint work a week, and 1 UT1 session a week. There's nothing new under the sun. It's a solid 5 sessions a week, 7 week long, plus 1 week of taper training program done by a big name. But here we go. Is it anything particularly special? Is it anything you can't get from the Peak Plan or for the Concept 2 indoor training guide? No. Do you get any row-throughs or detailed explanations? Remember, this is a paid-for plan. This is only available to people who are actually paying the website money. You don't get any sense of written coaching, which, let's say, if you went onto the Row Along website, here we go, Sharpen Up Rowing Performance. We're going to turn that one off, but look, here's John Stevenson. He's hammering through a high-intensity workout. And he's talking to you in the rest period while he's dying somewhat. Exactly the same thing can be said about Shane Farmer. You've got all these videos. He's going to give you a little talk through time until workout begins so you know how to work. And then he talks you through this very carefully on-screen annotated workout. You don't have anything like that. This is just a program. It's not really meeting the latest standards of online indoor rowing coaching that you can get out of there. And I do think that is something that's been overlooked. That's not a positive side of this. How would I change that? First of all, let's have a look at week 2, session 2, recommended. Row, 8 times 1 minute. Rest, 1 minute. Stroke rate, alternating 26 and 28. Heart rate, 85% plus. So if I hovered the mouse over this, I'd have something explaining heart rate. If I hovered the mouse over RPE, I'd have something explaining rate of perceived exertion. What is rate of perceived exertion? 9. Well, it's 9 out of 10, not 9 out of 20. That's quite important. Don't get confused with the Borg scale. That needs to be cleared up. I'd also have a little blurb from Cam. It's not like the guy doesn't have anything to say. He knows how to communicate how hard you have to be working. I'm pretty sure he's got workouts where he does 8 by 1 minute at rate 26, 28, filmed. You could just take that video, rebrand it, have it slotted in under here. You don't have to have that for every single workout that's done here. You just need to have it for a few. Keep up with the Joneses. Keep up with the Dark Horse Rowing. Keep up with the Row Along. These people are all offering what's on here and more. And in some cases, they're doing it for completely nothing. So, should you spend £1 on this website? Yes, I think you should. Could it be better? Yes, it could. Now, training plans. I'm going to go back to training plans. I'm just going to mention Vicky Thornley's basic strength training program. Start the plan. Exactly the same way. Again, it lacks explanation. Some of these sessions, I think, really need detailed explanation. Okay, you're talking about supersets. Perform one set of each exercise back to back with no break, then rest. Okay? 90 seconds rest between speed. I had to look up what a superset was. You've got the AMRAP as many rounds as possible. That makes sense. But what is a good morning? I know because I did a CrossFit class once. What is a landmine single arm row? Again, I know. You can look it up. And here's the thing, the Livestrong website will tell you and will give you a video. The Men's Health website will tell you and will give you a video of what a landmine single arm row should look like. What is a supine pull or a lat pull down? Well, I know what a lat pull down is, but a supine pull, I don't know. Squat jumps, kind of advanced. What's a renegade row? Don't know, haven't even looked it up. It's probably really simple. All of these things are, but there isn't enough explanation on the basic strength training plan. And again, just explanations, diagrams, videos. Put it in there. You've got people now who are meant to be making this content, but they're not. Why not? That's the question. Now, it may seem like I'm slating this. I'm still encouraging you. Go, sign up, pay your £1, get all the different, come back to Inside Indoor. Just, start clicking through different links. Is there a search bar somewhere? I wish there was a search bar. Here we go. Nutrition. There we go. All the nutrition. Search. Come up with different thing. No, here we go. Something that needs heart rate. Heart rate training. It's there. You just look. The actual article is there. Why monitor your heart rate? There we go. Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3. All of this is here. It's already been created. Just link it into the training programs. This isn't difficult. Well, okay, I say that. I don't have a website. This isn't a bad website. I've seen much, much worse websites talking about indoor rowing. This is actually quite a nice website. It could be nicer, and you could link all this stuff in here. Once you have your heart rate training zones, If you are completing 4x5 minute ergo sessions at 22 to 26 strokes per minute, Zone 3 would represent an optimum target heart rate to aim for. In contrast, Zone 2 would be more appropriate when focusing on building endurance with long, low-intensity exercise. Why don't you have this on Cameron Buchan's workout page as Guide to Heart Rate Training? Let's go back one. Let's do this again. RPE. No, okay, it's only taking you to all of these things. Unless Master Your Machine, your guide to running workouts and WODs, Cam Nickel. My God, look at the jawline on that man. Former Olympic rower, and you can see it in his face. Absolutely magnificent. Okay, so not sure how helpful this is. Okay, maybe that one didn't work out. But go buy this website for the articles. Okay, not for the training programs. The workouts, okay, you don't need to buy. These are all free. Okay, workout cards, I really like these. If you're ever bored, if you ever want to just throw your training through a loop, just come on here, pick one of these, and just go for it. So here we've got 6 workout cards. Jennifer Lamboll, mother of the Lamboll boys, who I don't like, because fundamentally they're younger, they're physically fitter, they're better looking, and they're more talented than me. How am I supposed to be okay with that? But their mum's great. Lovely lady, on Twitter all the time, worth following her. But here we go, 5 minutes of 1 minute row, 1 minute exercise, 1 minute rest. So it's a nice little short workout, probably good for you. This 1,000, 2,000, 1,500, 1,000, 2,000 meter row, 3 minutes rest between reps. It's a great workout. Do it. If you fancy something, frankly, a bit weirder, you've got all these things from the Paralympic team. Challenge 2, the 3 peaks. This is just a workout they do. They just do Ben Nevis, then they do the drive, and then do Scarfell Pike, and then they do the drive, and they do Snowdon. And they do everything at different paces. I don't know why. It's not going to kill you. It's a decent workout. It's about 10,000 meters with different pacing in between. Give it a go. This is all free. You just need to log on. Now, the challenge yourself. Okay, right. Scroll down. Workouts. Workout videos. This is where things start to go a bit wrong. Let's click on all. What you've got here is there are an enormous collection within the intellectual property of British rowing of different videos that take you through a workout, such as you might find with, here we go, our delightful Mr. John Stevenson and our very American and Californianly cool. Sorry, every time I see this guy's garage where he films all his workouts, I just laugh. Nobody's garage looks like that. Nobody's gym looks like that. It's so wonderfully manicured. It's unbelievable. But that's exactly what's happening. You've got a workout. You'll talk through that workout by a guy who's doing it with you. John, Shane, great stuff. Now, we've got workout videos here. Now, you've got, these are all the free ones, and these are all the on-machine workouts. You've got the pyramid workout, you've got the 30-minute workout, and then you've got the off-machine workout. Now, you may notice that the off-machine workouts, which are core circuits and the pulse rep effect core and stretching, foot ankle mobility. All of these things these are for the subscribers. So the videos on the Inside Indoor website that you're paying for are not about indoor rowing. Now, I'm going to be brutal here. I'm really sorry to do this to Kate Belcher because I imagine she's an absolutely outstanding fitness professional who's brilliant at her job, and she's producing some decent quality content. Now, what we've got here is a core training video. Here we go. I'm going to go here. I'm going to shut that one down, and we'll let it run. Now, the vibe to this is cool, relaxed, fairly amateurish. You've got a phone right there. Phone right there with all the timings on it. You have a brief talk through, and we'll scroll forward. Then we're doing a core workout in Kate's dining room, or well, her dining room or a conservatory, and you can see her garden and the sun shining through. It's all kind of lo-fi, a little bit relaxed. That's possibly the vibe that things are going for, but it's fundamentally, this is a core workout. You're paying for this. If I am then going to go, excuse me, Kate, onto YouTube, and I'm going to go core workout. There are a lot of these. So where are we going to go? Are we going get abs in 2 weeks? You won't. It's a lie. Here we go. 20-minute intense ab workout. Trains with gains by brains. There's a little bit of a advert. We'll skip through that. Thank God. So it's difficult to compare the two because the intent and the presentation is so different. But that's kind of what I'm talking about here. If we come back to the pulse rep effect, this video shot in somebody's conservatory at home it's great. It's fine. It does the job. It's going up against something that has clearly been shot in the studio with full lighting, okay, with a rehearsed fitness model with a huge amount of post-production. This woman has been, she's been spray tanned. Frankly, she's wearing underwear and trainers. That's not how I work out in a gym. And she's going to do a core workout. Now, when you look at this, there's no vocals, there's no explanation. You're just being cued in. Next, ceiling reach. And you've got a timer. How long are you going to do this for? The post-production is what you're expecting from a modern video. Let's click forward a little bit more. At 15 seconds, bicycle crunch is going to be explained. That's what you have to do. You can see it before the workout actually starts. This is the level at which you have to produce a core video. If you're actually getting people to pay for a core training video, you've actually got to go beyond this. You've got to have up to the minute music. You've got to have everything that essentially this very nice functional video doesn't really have. I don't want to criticize Kate Belcher. I shouldn't be criticizing Kate Belcher because fundamentally she is now a British rowing, indoor rowing master trainer. She clearly has the confidence of British rowing, but I don't think that enough investment has gone into the videos that she's making. She hasn't been given the equipment to light her video properly, to set the background up properly, to manage the audio correctly. She hasn't been given an editing person to do post-production on this to the latest standards. And ideally, I'd want to see better backgrounds than just this particular personal trainer's kind of, they've got a lovely conservatory. I wish I had a conservatory that nice. I've never had a conservatory that nice. But this isn't the level at which these things. So again, compare it to Shane Farmer. Okay? Shush, Shane. Thank you. What you've got here is a guy who is rowing. He's doing excellent technical indoor rowing in front of this brilliantly decorated, perfectly manicured garage gym. He's working. Is he working really hard? I don't know. But everything is being told. Stroke rate 22, 12 minutes, 08 left. It's really, really clear. You know, this is actually laid out better, I would say, than EXA, the rowing simulator. When you're doing training bursts on there, it's really difficult to see how long you've got left. Look, the background is almost perfect. It's dark with branding. He's really well lit in the foreground. That's not just daylit light from his garage door. That is professional lighting, and
I'm able to talk a little bit easier because my body isn't so.
The sound balance is just right. You can hear his voice. I don't know if you can actually pick this up, but I'm going to tell you, you can hear the guy's voice. You can hear the music. You can hear the whoosh of the fan really well. These are all the signals that you need in an indoor rowing video. If we come back to the core workout video, so you're going again, you've got some really hip, cool music. I've talked about all the different post-production, about the countdown timer, about the fact that as soon as we reach the end of this countdown timer, okay, they're going to tell you what you've got next. You've got a rest timer. It's not a different color, which it should be. And everything is being done in an incredibly well-rehearsed, well set-up way. This is the standard that you need modern workout videos to be. I'm going to turn this off now because I hate this music. But it's kind of cool music. And that is pretty much what a modern workout video should look like. It's not what the videos on this site look like, and they're expecting you to pay for them. Now, there's a whole chunk of negativity. Let's talk about some positive. A few of the better things. Here we've got challenge yourself. You've got online challenges. You've got indoor rowing events. You've got an indoor events calendar. Let's click through to this. Again, this is something that is desperately needed. There are a plethora of events out there, and I don't know of any site that has listed and put them all together. So let's have a look at what's here. We've got Roll on the Grid. This is John Stevenson's new event that he's setting up through the Row Along thing, September 2023. I spoke to John. He's never heard of Inside Indoor. This is bizarre to me. Fundamentally, John is like one of the best creators of indoor rowing material on the internet, and nobody from this enterprise has contacted him, says, how do you do what you do? We've also got the Australian Indoor Rowing Championships on the 28th of October and the World Indoor Rowing Championships in the 24th of February. Nothing about Brick, nothing about the Crash Bees, nothing about Row Series, nothing about Romania, nothing about Road Royalty, nothing about when they come on next, when they're likely to be. So the research that we had in the how-to, it doesn't seem to have made itself over to the right-hand side of the page. Online challenges, again, it's pretty good, but it's all the British Rowing online challenges. Linked to some of the Concept 2 online challenges. These are really, really important. There's an entire calendar of these things. I can't believe that nobody's linked to the World Rowing Indoor Sprints, which work directly with Concept 2. Anyway, I'm starting to have a go now, and so I'm going to apologise. I'm going to very, very briefly say that fundamentally, I apologise for having a go. Being an armchair critic is the easiest thing in the world, especially when you have a tiny bit of knowledge. I know what things on the internet are kind of meant to look like when it comes to presenting indoor rowing. But I don't really understand just how much effort it takes to make videos of the kind of quality that we're discussing here, and to actually knock out anywhere between 3 and 7 videos of that quality every month. If you're looking at someone like John Steventon or Dark Horse Rowing, that's about that output level. I mean, we should remember Cam Buchan, who was involved in this, used to put out a video every day of high quality, scripted, edited internet content. It was a phenomenal challenge. I suppose he only worked for like 4 hours a day. He was a full-time rower. But it's doable. And that's the level of content that I think this website needs to be looking at if you are planning on bringing in more paying members. So, I fully realize that I'm a man recording this on my Microsoft Surface that work gave me. I'm using the mic that's on the laptop, and I last produced a review video a year ago, and I have recorded an episode with my partner in pod debating whether Conan the Barbarian or Aslan the Lion would make a better 4-man in an 8. The hypocrisy is endless, I admit that, but I am a British Rowing member, so my money has gone into this website. I am also an Inside Indoor subscriber. I am paying £6 a month. You can be an Inside Indoor subscriber for £1 a month. I'm only a little bit sore about that point. Fundamentally, I think this can be a great website. I want you to spend money on it. I am spending money on it so that more money can be spent on it, which is what's needed. The problems. Okay, first of all, a lot of things have been done on a shoestring, and I don't think it's in terms of just the sheer quality of the videos. I'm going to be a little bit mean, and I'm going to show an example. So where are we? Let's go to training plans. I'm going to drop down to this thing, which should otherwise be an absolutely brilliant little thing like this. And then we have, so this is essentially 4.5 weeks of workout videos, which is brilliant. They should have one every other month. They have got 5 master trainers. You could produce 1 and a bit videos every week, and there you go, and it'd be great. But let's just have a look at the live video. This is Claire Holman. Again, I've got a lot of time for Claire. She's a really, really good presenter, a really talented fitness professional, but this is literally a screen grab. Excuse me, this is a screen grab from a online Zoom call. It hasn't even been shot with 2 cameras. This is just literally just save the feed off Zoom. And this is being presented on a paid for website. I know this is actually free content, but it's still being presented on a paid for website. We're just going to pause that. Next, and again, I'm picking holes here, and that's going to mean we have got Row to the Line with Mac Lead. I'm going to set this one up. Now, I'm not actually going to play the sound, but the sound isn't great. And we know from Dark Horse Rowing, we know from Row Along, we know from other videos that have been done on this website, you can get much better sound. The set isn't brilliant. It's obviously just inside his, living room or his home gym. And here's a real problem. They've got a guy who isn't very good at indoor rowing. Now, I'm just going to scroll down here and you're going to have a look at Matt Leeds' bona fides right here. Okay, master trainer, 20 years experience. He clearly knows his stuff. He's clearly an excellent personal trainer, fitness professional, except he's not an indoor rower. The ratio is wrong. There's no body swing. If you're going to be presenting videos on indoor rowing with a British rowing logo on it, you need someone who can use the machine like they mean it. I'm just going to slot back into the homepage and I'm just going to kind of talk through the last little bit. Let's just bring that one up. What I think needs to happen is British Rowing and Inside Indoor, the website, if they are going to be giving paid material and producing paid content, and videos are going to be a part of this, they need to do it properly. They need to invest in the equipment. They need to invest in giving the people who are working for them the time and the training and the support to produce high quality videos that are organized much, much better than they are here, rather than just simply going around over the past 5 to 7 years and picking every single kind of technique video, every single this video, that video, the other video, that it's just not really working. You need to support people. Otherwise, you can have videos that fundamentally look like this one now. A guy on his Microsoft Surface at home in his office. That's not what you need. You need better, high quality content, and it needs to be produced fast. It needs to be put together in an organized fashion. I don't think that there should be this focus on making programs, training programs, the paid for content. Put the training programs out there for free. What you need to make the paid for content is the explanation, the extension, and the coaching, the written coaching on how you're meant to do each of those sessions. That is what people need. That's what people need to understand. So the pace guides, the descriptions of how you work out your max heart rate, how you calculate your heart rate zones, some of them are already on here. Tie those things together, make them all work as a piece. This website needs more organization. That's what really needs to happen, more organization. Now, okay, really big issue. Cameron Buchan is a fantastic rowing athlete. He is immensely strong. He's enormously well trained. He's very current. He's just come off a Henley campaign. He's brilliant at making videos. He has, I think, 3 videos on this site. You can only see 2 of them, even if you're a subscriber. That's just not what you need. That's not up to scratch. That's not what should really be the situation here. And just a really simple thing thing like not having a video that plays from probably the number one British rowing content creator on YouTube, when you have that there, that just strikes me as incredibly silly. So that kind of thing needs to be fixed. I'd also say Cameron Buchan knows how to create content, has very close ties with British rowing, is creating content for nothing more than advertising revenue. I'm fairly sure he would jump at the chance to get a slightly more steady stream of income. Maybe talk about hiring him. Now, so yeah, get better content creators, get a better freemium model. So don't sell programming, sell coaching, give the programming away for free. The content needs to be divided up. There's a huge number of the videos here that seem as though they are borderline adaptive or exercise referral orientated, for people who are genuinely quite physically compromised. And there's a time and a place for that. And I congratulate the people who are making that content. I genuinely do. But, and this is a very big but, this is an indoor rowing website. And when the majority of your paid for videos, the videos that are behind a paywall are not about indoor rowing, you really do have your efforts are not being placed in the right direction. You need to refocus onto your core mission, which is providing information about indoor rowing, how to do it better, how to start out, how to move from a beginner to an advanced user, and how to keep people in the sport and activity and pastime of indoor rowing for longer, so it's not just a flash in the pan and then there's another erg on eBay. I genuinely want indoor rowing in the United Kingdom to be a broader, deeper, and wider pool of people enjoying what I think is an absolutely brilliant sport. I also want it to be a broader, deeper, and wider pool of talent that can go into water rowing both on the coast and on flat water inland. And at the moment, this website isn't going to drive that. We need more content, we need better content, and we need it to be publicized better. Finally, when we're looking at the master trainers, I think there needs to be a section possibly behind a premium freemium paywall, which is about kind of validated instructional videos that support the work of the master trainers to coach personal trainers, gym staff, CrossFit box owners, genuine kind of like strength and conditioning and coaching academics in sports science departments around the country in how to use and how to coach others on the indoor rower. So again, supporting the coaches to coach the coaches. We've got these master trainers. Let's put together resources that again are more valuable, that are not available elsewhere, that support their role, and kind of almost creating an online indoor training certificate. That's pretty much it. I know that's just kind of like taken me to an hour of chatting. I know in some ways I've been very negative. I do want to encourage you to log on to the Inside Indoor website. I want to encourage you to join the Inside Indoor website as a subscriber. the more money we put into it, the better it will get. This sport does need a governing body. This sport does need a bunch of people who are prepared to collate all the information about competitions, about training, about sports science. It all needs to come into one place where it can be disseminated, where we can learn, and where we can get better. So I'm going to say, from Broken Oars, thank you very much for listening. If you appreciate the content, we do have a Buy Me a Coffee website, and the link will be below in the in the links below, where you have links. The description, video description, that's it, absolutely. And please share this video as widely as possible. And yeah, your attention has been greatly appreciated, and it would be even more appreciated if you actually joined the Inside Indoor website as a paying subscriber. It will make rowing in this country better if we all support it. Thank you very much.